Yo, yo, what's
What
going
up? What
on?
up? What up? Welcome back to G2G,
Week 4 is in the books. Let me get this shit
bro.
set up.
Every week, there's something new going on every single week.
Yeah, script writers going crazy.
Yeah,
Script writers going crazy. Got a lot to talk about. Full week 4 slate of games to go over. A lot of good, a lot of
yeah.
bad,
A lot of injuries.
a lot of hurt. Yep. But
So,
yeah, we can go ahead and hop right
let, let,
into it.
let-
Let
yeah,
me.
let's get my shit over with now, okay?
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Because I'm
Get
still,
your
I'm
shit off.
still, I'm still sulking about the way we came out and played in Atlanta. First of all, I think our offense was, decent enough to win, but our defense fucking showed their age. There's no way in hell I ever want fucking Bobby Wagner ever covering Bijan Robinson on any type of route in any type of zone. We have three capable linebackers that didn't even touch the field. The only linebackers that touched the field on Sunday was Luvu and Bobby Wagner. They were the only ones who got snaps, which pissed me off because why can't y'all see that, he may be wise, he may know where the play is going, but he can't get there in
Nigga
time.
said wise. I don't know if that's a. I don't
Bobby
know.
Wagner, he's very smart. Like
Yeah, I'm
he's
just saying. I don't know if wise
his
is.
IQ is crazy, but his physical ability has diminished tremendously. Like he's 35, bro. Of course.
Yeah, he your age. That's
But if
crazy.
you
Hey, man, I was gonna throw you out there. Go ahead, get your shit on though, bro. My
That's crazy work, bro.
go ahead.
But yeah, so Um, Joe Witt, Dan Quinn, they really need to fix this defense. Um, I'm starting to think that it's not the players, it's definitely the scheme of what they got them doing. Every time there's a motion, that's when we're getting burnt. So if you see a team going in motion, most likely it's going to be 15 yards or more on the play because they play man, they play press man, and if you got somebody going in motion and Marshawn Lattimore is fucking, trailing him, yeah, he's beat, bro. He's beat. Offense, Marcus Mariota, he did his job for 2 weeks,
I
and
was gonna ask
I
you
wouldn't
about how
ask
you
for
felt about his performance.
I wouldn't ask for anything more from him. Luckily, Jaden Daniels should be back this Sunday against the Chargers. So another thing, they're not giving my guy Bill. I need him to have more touches. I understand he's lacking in the blocking area, which makes him like one dimensional. But if you see every time he gets the ball, he's creating yardage, give him the ball, bro. Feed him. Um, Luke McCaffrey, he definitely showed up. But right now, our receiving core is not even college level right now, bro. We got Debo, Luke, and Zach. That's all we got.
Yeah.
Um, I will say our special teams is still doing their job. I think Luke McCaffrey had 109, 199, 100, he had 199 return yards on Sunday, which is crazy. Um, and our kicker, remember I told you our kicker,
Yeah.
ever since what was it, week one? No, week two, he's been 100%. So I'll take it. Other than that, the main thing I want to see from my team is the defense. The scheme got to get better, even if they need to start playing more zone, because our front four can get there at most points, but you can't expect, my DBs to cover for, 3, 4 seconds. Michael Penix was just carving them up. He already knew where to go with the ball. So they definitely was watching tape. Um, yeah, did you see any other game?
Not much. I saw a couple of the highlights. I was following it because I went ahead and against my better judgment, I put them on the parlay. And as soon as the game started, I knew I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah,
out the whole time I was checking back in. I was like, please come back, bro. Fortunately, y'all, I can't put it all on y'all because y'all wasn't the only team that fucked that ticket up. So I ain't gonna really hold it against you too much. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
um, you know, I was disappointed to say the least in their performance. When you do things like that, like you bet on a team that's missing their star quarterback and receiver, conventional wisdom and common sense would tell you not to put them on a parlay. But I consulted with quite a few Commanders fans first, and they told me, it's going to be a revenge game for quite a few people on the Commanders team. And I said, okay, let me go ahead and give it a shot. But yeah, they let me down a little bit. Like you said, you can't ask for much more from Marcus Mariota. Like he played well for a backup.
Hmm.
I'm still surprised, like you said, to see Krosky Merritt not getting many touches. He only got 7, which is the same
Yeah.
as Chris Rodriguez, which I
Yeah.
don't I don't think that he has the same talent as Chris Rodriguez. I think he needs to be featured more in y'all offense. I think obviously y'all playing from behind most of the time probably played a big part in him not getting a lot of touches. But still, man, you got to find a way to get your young playmakers the ball. Um,
Yeah.
Definitely didn't expect to see the defense get carved up the way it did. I thought that y'all would get more pressure on Penix, disrupt a little more. But I mean, like I said, the game kind of, like looking back at it now, I think the game went the way I would have predicted it. Beforehand, before I consulted with these other, Commanders fans. But it's all
Yeah.
good. I think the Commanders are still a good team.
I,
Um,
I
with the
I
way
think
that,
when you talk, my bad. Go ahead.
no, I was just about to say, with the way the division is falling, y'all still in second place. So I mean, it's not the sky isn't falling.
Hey,
The sky isn't falling in DC, but I think they're gonna learn a lot from that performance, though.
100%. I think when you talk to a lot of Commander fans, probably they looked at the Falcons getting fucking dragged by the Panthers 30-0, and it was
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, we about to go in there. But this season in particular is showing you that it's any given fucking Sunday. It doesn't matter who you playing. It doesn't matter what they did last week, what they did the week before. That Sunday that y'all playing is the only thing that matters. Like the
for
betting
sure.
on this shit is like, it's 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 in the air. There's so many teams that you would have thought, oh shit, yeah, that's an easy dub for them. Look at the fucking Giants, bro. You would have thought the Chargers was gonna go in there and beat the shit out of
Yeah.
them.
Speaking of which, those
No.
they was the other team that destroyed my
Yep.
ticket.
Any
Anyhow,
given Sunday. So yeah, man. I hope they move on from this and JD5 will be back. I know we're probably going to be getting a lot of our key players back. Um, if not this week, the following week. So, well, like you said, we'll learn from it. Hopefully, our defense makes adjustments and, you know, gets out of that man mentality. So,
all right. You want to move on to our game?
let's move on to y'all game, bro.
Man, yeah. If anybody watched our previous video, the one that I dropped right after the game or the morning after the game, y'all know my feelings towards the game. So I'm not going to go through that whole rant again. That was like a 20-minute video. I'm not going to get that deep into it, but the bottom line is, uh, I'll take 4-0. All right, like pretty
Yeah,
much every other team in the league would trade records with us, I guess, besides the Bills because they're also 4-0. We the last 4-0 team in the NFC, last undefeated team in the NFC. We are we got a 2-game lead on the NFC East. So if we could get things fixed, I think that we still have a very promising season ahead of us. But it's still a lot to fix. I don't even know if Saquon has fucking 200 yards on. No, he does over a little over 200 yards for the season, which is not really what we expected. But I wouldn't put that on Saquon. A lot of the things that I'm seeing is from the very vanilla run scheme. It's pretty much just halfback dive like 20 times a game, which is horrible. And also, our offensive line isn't as dominant as it was last year. Lane Johnson has missed the second half of both of the last 2 games with injury. Um, and I think Landon Dickerson is still hurt. he looks pretty bad right now, and I think they need to consider sitting him for a game or two, or even putting him on IR for 4 weeks, and letting him get better. Because I'd rather lose a game now than him just keep continuing to play hurt and hurting the production of the offense, or getting hurt worse and then be out for an extended period of time later on in the season when we're going to need him. So that's something that they need to look at. I do think Jalen Hurts got concussed on that slide in the third quarter, because
Yep,
if you see his production, like he
I saw
had
that. Yep.
he let me see if I could pull it up.
It just
I
seemed.
can't pull it up by splits, but he had like 100 and some yards. He was like 15 for 16 in the first half, and then after
Mhm.
that play, he got up visibly slow. I thought they was gonna pull him and check him or something. Um,
Yeah,
but then after that, he went 0 for 8 for the rest of the second half. He was thrown
that's
into double
crazy.
coverage with AJ Brown a lot. And speaking of AJ Brown, I've defended him a lot and tried to tell people to refrain from pushing these narratives of him being a diva and him being upset. But he got to be upset now, right? He had 2 receptions for 7 yards, bro. And winning is not going to cure that. Like, when you have worked your whole life to become one of the best players at your position, at your profession, um, you want to contribute, bro. Like,
Yep.
yeah, 4-0 is nice. Winning the game is cool, but like, this is hurting his legacy if you really think about it. Like, if he ends up with 700-800 yards after all of these Pro Bowls and All Pros, he gonna be mad. He might want out, and I can't blame him for that if the way things are going continues. Um, Now, the good about the game that I saw, other than us being 4-0, the defense. Besides those 2 blown coverages that we had, well, one was a blown coverage. One rookie got caught with his eyes in the backfield, gave up a 70-plus yard touchdown, and the other one, we had a rookie linebacker who is a stud, by the way, covering a uh, a pretty elusive running back 30 yards downfield. He gave up another 70-plus yard touchdown. So other than those, I think the defense played well. Uh, Cooper DeJean was all over the field as usual. Zach Bond was all over the field as usual. We forced 2 turnovers, which I'll take any day. And, defense and special teams pretty much has been carrying us for these past 4 weeks. And we ended up with 88 yards, and that's including the 60 something that Jalen Hurts put up. But that's also including the negative 34 from the last play of the game where the punter ran out the end zone to end the game. You know what I'm saying? So if you take away that 30 yard, 32, I think it was 34 yard negative, we ended up with 120 yards rushing. So like 60-60 for Hurts and Saquon. We gotta figure something out on that one, man. We gotta get Saquon going, because I just bought this jersey, bro. He can't be making me look bad. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. Like, get it going. But yeah, that's really all I got to say about that game. I'm
Okay.
happy that we 4-0. We beat three
Yeah, I finally got
teams.
over that speed bump.
Yeah, we beat 3 teams that if they didn't lose to us would be undefeated. And I think strength of schedule is something that isn't really talked about a lot, because that's really the toughest part of our season. You know what I mean? We got Denver next week. Then we got
Yeah,
the
defense
we
is
got
tough.
the they all right, but we gonna see
Hmm.
about that. Um, then we got the Giants twice in 3 weeks, and then we got who is it in the middle of that? Um, I forget, but not a crazy team. Uh, in the middle of that. So if we can make it through, I don't even care if we keep squeaking by. As long as we look better every week, I ain't going to complain too much. I'm gonna just take the wins as they come, and you know, I think
Question.
we just got a lot of PTSD from 2023 when we collapsed. But I think this is a much better team than 2023. So we'll see. What's your
My
question?
question is, through 4 weeks, do you think y'all getting better?
Um, yeah. For one, the defense is definitely improving every week. And
You
when you
sure?
gotta listen, so when we got a lot of young players on the defense. Jalen Hunt, who wasn't even expected to contribute until like his third year because he was supposed to be a developmental pick. He's starting now. You know what I mean? We got Cooper and Quinion, who both look like pretty much like veterans now. They both solid in coverage, solid with tackling. So I like them. And then we got Jahad Campbell and Drew Makuba starting, who are rookies. And like I said, the things that happened to them yesterday or Sunday, Drew Makuba was definitely going to learn from that because what happened on that play, Egbuka was actually a clear out. Like the ball wasn't even supposed to go to him, but Makuba got caught with his eyes in the backfield, and he was still like literally like the ball went right past his hand. You know what I'm saying? So I think he gonna learn from that, and I think if that happened next week, that's a pick. And then the same with Jahad Campbell, like he's been like clearly getting better. Like he don't even know what he doing yet, and he's making plays every game. So the more, as long as they stay healthy and they continue to learn from their mistakes, I think this is going to be one of the best defenses in the league. Now the offense, I saw a little bit more creativity from them in the first half. I don't know if they, you know, didn't learn from the Rams' mistake last week and came out a little too conservative because they were up by so many.
Hmm.
But there was creativity. Like we had two red zone touchdowns
Fake touch
to
push.
no no not yeah the fake they had the fake touch push. We had the two little laterals or pitches, whatever you want to call it, to Dallas Goedert in the red zone. We still 100%. We score a touchdown every time that we've been in the red zone all year. You know what I mean? So I think we are slowly improving, and I think as long as we can stay relatively healthy, which as you look around the league is something that's very hard to do. So if we stay
I
relatively
agree.
healthy, I think that we'll be maybe not back to the form that we really want to see, but good enough form. You know what I'm saying? You only got to be good enough every
Yeah.
Sunday. You know what I mean? You don't have to be perfect. You just got to be good enough. And on a note of Jalen Hurts, I know he's getting a lot of flack right now. Like I said, I think he was concussed in the second half. I'm not a doctor. I can't say for sure.
He was
But
definitely concussed, bro.
he looked so different in the second half.
Christian, your quarterback has the neck of an infant. He has no, like, every time that your quarterback gets hit, his fucking head is bouncing off the ground. I don't care. Oh, fucking Louisville
No,
hit his ass. Like every time he's getting
no,
hit,
he's
that no,
sliding,
let me
bruh.
finish, bro.
He's
Every
sliding. You try to slide and get hit like that, your head gonna bounce off the
I've
ground
seen
too, bruh.
multiple fucking quarterbacks slide and their head ain't bouncing off the goddamn turf,
They
bro.
not getting hit
Listen what I'm
like that
saying
though.
though. Listen what I'm saying. Every time your quarterback gets hit, he gets up like, what the fuck happened? You ain't never noticed that shit?
All
No
right,
matter
listen.
what kind of hit,
Well,
he's
I mean,
he's
it is what it is. He stayed in the game. He finished the game. So I ain't. I worry about that the
that man
next
gonna
time.
have CTE quick, bro.
I would say that he thinks it's worth it. If you told him, look, bro, you're good at a couple championships and go on historic runs, but when you 50 years old, you might not be able to walk. He probably take that, bro. I swear
Bro,
he's that much
ain't
of a
about walking.
competitor.
He gonna be on AB level, bro.
Yeah,
That's how
you think he
much
gonna be
fucking.
crashing
That's how
out?
much. Bro, his head is bouncing off the ground, bro.
Nah, I feel you, bro.
Let
I
me
feel
let
you.
me get let me let me talk about y'all Eagles right now. So we discussed, I've been saying it for the last 3 weeks that AJ Brown, yeah, he all this, oh, it's nothing. Yeah, it's something, bro. He don't want to be there no more.
Well,
So
look,
don't be surprised if he's traded by the trade deadline.
I
He
don't
don't want to
think
be there.
now. I would put my money on, unfortunately, him not being here next year, but I think the dead cap hit is kind of crazy for this year, so I don't think that it would be something feasible. And I also don't see any team giving up what we need for AJ Brown, bro, because we're gonna ask for a fucking king's ransom as they should, bro. Um, and yeah, and like I said, bro, he should be pissed, bro. Like
I
he
agree.
he should
I
be
agree.
pissed,
And
bro.
I watched what Chad Ochocinco said, and I totally agree because when it comes time for that next payday, they're gonna look at his stats and be like, "Yo, I mean, your production ain't there. Yeah, we getting wins, but your production ain't there." They basically using AJ Brown as a fucking decoy, bro, and it hurts to see. I mean,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
guarantee
he
next
had
week
nine targets, and like six of those targets were bullshit targets.
we're
Like,
open, and he was double covered.
yeah, I mean, and that plays a lot of part in it too, bro. Like, it's the same thing with Saquon. Like, these are the best at their craft, at their position. You know what I'm saying? So if defenses aren't respecting them
Yeah,
and trying to put a box around them, then that says a lot about how much teams respect you, bro. And I think that people are like look, y'all gonna have to find another way to beat us. Y'all not gonna beat us with our best players. And that's when it comes down to the offensive coordinator to come up with schemes and plays to get these people open. You know what I
get these
mean?
guys
And I
open.
think
Yep, yep.
that AJ Brown is one of the best when it comes to being one on one and beating one on one, but he's never one on one anymore, bro. Like, his
I
nickname is
mean, how
always
like
open, but he not open, bro. They putting
where's his
fences
like?
around this
Why y'all
man.
not running a slant? Like, where's his
Nah,
famous
that's the
slant?
only
Like,
play he been catching is the slant and the comeback, bro. That's the
it's
only thing
just
he been able to do is the slant and the comeback.
so
His 7 yards
basically
came on a slant.
you telling me this is offensive coordinator?
I 100% believe it's the scheme, bro. And
Yeah,
like, just look at it, bro. Like, it's very vanilla.
and
Like, two
let's be
two
real.
comebacks. You know what I
It's
mean?
not just
Like,
him though. It's the whole receiving core.
exactly. And that's why you know it's not
So
AJ. Like, listen, if Jahan Dotson or even Devontae Smith was like going off, then it's like, all right, maybe AJ is like losing a step or not playing at
yeah,
100%. But everybody, bro, we got 112 passing yards, bro. Like, it's not that much to go around. Like, you can't go for 150 if you only got 112 as a
that's
team.
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that's why
yeah,
it has to be the scheme, bro. They playing too conservatively. The plays are too vanilla, and we gonna be on Patulo's ass until he get it together, until he's out the door, whichever one comes first. Now, with all the
I agree.
negativity being said, Jalen Hurts hasn't start and finished the game that he's lost since September 29th of last year. He hasn't lost a game in a year. You know what I'm saying? He also has the longest streak in the league of active quarterbacks of passes without an interception. And as I say every week, as long as you don't turn the ball over, you will have a chance to win. Now, will everybody be happy? Will it be sunshine and rainbows when you only putting up 112 passing yards? Absolutely not. Absolutely
Kind
not.
of hard to
Yo,
kind
your
of hard to throw an interception on a check down though. You know.
I mean, they're not all checkdowns, but I understand I get your point though. Um, but at the end of the day,
Hey, but at the end of the day, y'all 4-0. Y'all still winning. But if y'all don't get that shit together, that locker room might be in turmoil.
yeah, I mean, AJ Brown told us himself after the last Super Bowl. He was like, that feeling lasted for about 2 days, and now I want to get back and dominate. And he not dominating. And whether that's the fault of him, or whether that's the fault of the quarterback, or whether that's the fault of the offensive scheme or coordinator, he's obviously not happy.
It's the coordinator, bro.
Even Devontae Smith,
Yep.
as positive as he is, he walked off the field looking depressed. So
The
obviously
whole
there's a problem. Yeah,
team, the whole yeah.
and because like I said as well, bro, they gotta play. They've been playing hard as shit to get these victories, bro. Like,
But
these
yeah, I
ain't
would
been
like. I agree
they look like
because
they playing in December. Like, motherfuckers is
they
dropping like
don't.
flies.
Christian, your team don't look like they having any fun, bro. They don't look like they having fun winning. If my team was 4-0, we would like they would be excited, bro. The Eagles don't look like they having fun. Like there's like they come off a win, like man, this shit was ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you want to move on to
yeah. I think we just spent enough
the
time
dark
talking about
legacy
this.
game.
Yeah, we can do that. One thing I will say about this game is that, well, first of all, let's talk about Malik Neighbors. Um,
Oh my God, bro.
yeah, that was a very unfortunate injury.
When it rains, it pours.
So I mean, and the thing about it is, I found this. Let me see if I can find this quote.
Is it MetLife? You talking about MetLife?
Yeah, well, not just MetLife, but
Turf?
nah, hold on, where is it? All right, so he went to the same college, got picked in the same round, played for the same team, was playing against the same team,
Odell.
and was both thrown to by quarterbacks from the same college. And it happened 4 games into their seasons. As Odell, it's a parallel between him and Odell's injury. Now the only difference is
Yeah.
Odell, his happened in Week 5 against the Chargers, but he didn't play in the Week 1 game. So they were both 4 games
Yeah.
into their season. So it's just crazy, bro. But I know that they need to do something about that turf, bro. I keep telling people, like, I hate, like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I
Yeah.
fear every
I
time
wouldn't
we
be
gotta
surprised
go.
if the next player what the CBA,
Yeah,
the next CBA agreement that they start to get rid of turf.
yeah, but
So
you know,
um, Jackson Dart,
I don't
he
think
gave the Giant, huh?
he said he models his game after Jalen Hurts and is pretty apparent. I mean, he was 13
Yeah,
for
111
20.
yards, of
Yeah.
course.
He had a rushing touchdown too,
But
though. You know what I'm saying? So
he
it
did
was
have a
very,
rushing
very,
touchdown. It
very
was a
Jalen
nice
Hurts esque.
QB draw.
He
Yeah, it was a
did
nice QB
he
draw
did
though.
needed what needed to be done to be. Um,
But
but how much of this win do you think was like beginner's luck? Because whenever a new quarterback come in, they tend to go off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no film on you. They don't know what to throw at you, honestly. Or are
um,
the Chargers just not as good as people think they are?
I would go with both.
Okay.
Um, like the Chargers could have threw stuff to a rookie quarterback, different schemes, different looks that he's never seen because it's his first game. They could have fooled him, but obviously he wasn't fooled. He had no interceptions. Um, he had one fumble, but I guess he recovered it. Or somebody fumbled, he recovered it. But I mean, he had a solid day. Something that Russell Wilson was struggling to do for two out of the 3 weeks that he played.
Man,
Um,
speaking of Russell Wilson, somebody tried to tell me that the Bengals should try to trade for Russell Wilson. I'm like, bro, that's not gonna be any better for the Bengals, bro. Like, I know that their quarterback situation looks pretty fucked up
they
right
got
now
a
too,
they
but
got a they got a better chance trading for Jameis Winston
I think so. I think Jameis Winston would be a
because
better option anyway. But
I guarantee Jamar Chase and T Higgins go off because Jameis ain't scared to throw that bitch down the field.
yeah, 100%.
Um, but good for New York, bro.
So obviously we got another game before then, but what do you think New York's chances are against Philly when we play them in a couple weeks?
Yeah, depending on your offensive line, uh, it could be a 60-40 game, to be honest, because New York's defense is like that. Their defense is like that. Um, and your offense is I went I don't want to say struggling, but they're going to get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And they do have linebackers that can spy Jalen Hurts. So it'll be a good game.
Yeah,
Um,
and y'all got the Chargers next week.
we have the Chargers next week.
Yeah,
We ain't gonna talk about that. We'll wait.
yeah,
We'll wait to
for sure.
give our thoughts on that. But um, Cam Scatterbo, he's showing them how a white man run a football. That man, hey, when we talk about CTE, hey, he gonna have a poster, bro. That
Yeah,
man ain't give no fucks, bro. He remind me of Brian Cushing. Remember
yeah,
when he was just like taking his helmet off, just headbutting everybody, bro? That's
yeah,
who
bro.
he is, bro.
Yeah, bro. I
He
actually
loves
saw a
football,
highlight
which
tape
is
of
which
Brian
is dope.
Cushion. I saw a highlight
Yeah.
tape of Brian Cushion the other day. That nigga was strong, bro. That was a
Yes.
big,
Yep.
strong dude,
That
bro.
motherfucker said, hey, he said one time, he said, yeah, 1v11, I take my odds. I got it. Y'all can stay on the sideline. I'll go out there by myself. But he's definitely showing, he may be running back number one now. No Tyrone Tracy, Devin Singletary. He's non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
So um, New York might start doing something.
Yeah, I
You
got
never
somebody
know.
who's
Dayball
stashing.
might save his job.
I got somebody in one of my leagues who's stashing Scatterbo on the bench and will not trade him for shit. I'm like, bro,
You trying to see?
use a hoe.
Yeah.
But
um,
yeah, but the Chargers knocked from the ranks to the unbeaten.
Chargers.
So
Yeah, but they still look decent. I like Omarion Hampton. For everybody who keeps trying to trade for him, motherfucking Carlos, he sent me a trade. You know he tried to trade me? Omarion Hampton for fucking Bill.
hold up, you got
Bro, I
Omarion
keep married.
Hampton, or
I
you
got
got?
Omarion
Oh
Hampton
yeah,
and he
nah, he
want to take
tripping.
him for
Yeah,
Bill.
nah, he
I'm like,
tripping.
bro, you better get out of here. Get out of my trade block, bro. Like, what the hell? But Chargers still look good. Just not good enough. Too many
Yeah, I
turnovers. Justin
mean,
Herbert,
I know the
two
Giants defense.
interceptions.
Yeah, I know the Giants defense good, but putting up only 18. I don't want to talk too much shit because we probably only put up 17 against the Giants. But the difference is we'll hold them to 15. You know what I'm saying? But we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see when we get there. So you want to stick in the division and talk about
No, we get.
these lovely Cowboys, man.
Let's do it, bro. Because that was a great fucking game to watch.
Yeah, I
I
fell asleep
enjoyed it.
on it. I fell asleep on it at
I did
halftime, but
not. I was at
it
work
was a good game though.
and we had the game going while we were doing our breakdown. We had the game going on the speaker, had the phone up. Wow.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I saw something funny because NBC had basically said that this was a legacy game for Dak Prescott, right? And it was like, all
a
right, if you
legacy
look,
game.
yeah, so if you look at the legacy games of the rest of the quarterbacks of the NFC East, we got a Super Bowl win from Jalen Hurts. We got Jaden Daniels knocking off a one seed in his first year,
Yep, the
and
Lions.
then we got
Yep,
Jackson Dart winning against
his
one of the
debut
in his debut, right? And
against a Super Bowl contender.
a tie is your legacy game, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
Let's. Okay. I was about to say.
remember when we were predicting the games, and I
Hmm.
told you not to be surprised if I guess neither one of us was right because they ended in a tie, but you said that the Packers was going to beat the shit out of the Cowboys, and I told you, bro, like
Because they didn't have CD Lamb, right?
I don't remember why, but I told you not to
That
be
that was my
surprised.
reason. I was like, they don't have CD Lamb. CD Lamb's hurt. It's all going to be on George Pickens. And guess what? George Pickens had 134 yards and
Hmm.
two touchdowns. George Pickens was going off. Um, as far as the Cowboys stopping the run, they couldn't stop the run. They can't stop the run still.
Yeah,
Not only can they not stop the run, they still cannot get to the quarterback at all. Um, Micah did get to Dak Prescott, which I don't think it should have been a sack because he got back to the line of scrimmage.
yeah, he
But
got
it is
past
what
the
it
line of
is.
scrimmage, bro. The ball was
Yeah,
past the line
less,
of scrimmage,
less.
bro.
I mean,
That's one thing that Dak
it's all
Prescott
for
said that I
TV.
actually agree with. That shit was for
Yeah, I
storyline.
mean, it was, but good for Micah.
Yeah, good
But a
for him.
tie, how fitting is it for Jerry Jones to tie after trading Micah? Oh man, that shit was funny as hell, bro. So
Yeah,
Mike, Dak was dotting people. 31 for 40,
yeah,
319 yards. Yeah.
yeah. Jordan Love
So
didn't look bad either. 31 for
no, he
43,
didn't.
337 and three.
337.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he looked
Well, I
good.
mean, they also had an extra quarter, so we'll give him that.
100%. Um,
So, but uh,
but at 1, 2, and 1, we got Dallas at the bottom of the division where
Cowboys still
I
ass.
predicted them to
Let's be
be.
real.
Um,
Cowboys still ass.
yeah, um, I think they got up for that game. We'll see what they do moving
Yeah, they
forward.
did.
We'll see what they do moving forward. I mean, they got the
Who they
Jets.
play
They
next?
got the Jets next week, so
Jets.
they might get right against the Jets. And then the Giants got the Saints, so
You, do you think they're gonna get right against the Jets?
the Jets some shit, bro. They couldn't even beat the Dolphins, bro. Like, yeah, they gonna get right against the Jets, bro.
You're
Like,
right. You're right. You're right. All right.
um,
Let's want to get into these games.
yeah. You want to start with the Thursday game? Did we talk about the Thursday game?
Yeah, we did. Like when? Like did we speak about it? We
Yeah.
talked about it on our last one. Yeah, and I believe I took the Cardinals. I think you also took the Cardinals, but
Nah,
it
I
was a
think I
good
took the
game.
Seahawks. I gotta look back, but I think I
Okay,
took the Seahawks. I could
it
be
was a
wrong.
good game though.
It was decent, decent for a Thursday game. Um,
Yeah,
but not a
I thought
whole,
it was gonna be ass for
yeah,
Thursday game.
not a whole lot to speak about. Kyler Murray
But we can
is
talk.
Kyler Murray did his Kyler Murray, 200 yards, two touchdowns, two interceptions. You know what I'm saying?
Can we talk about Marvin Harrison?
Yeah. As we spoke about before with Marvin Harrison, he's like been a borderline bust so far, but I also don't think that he
Hmm.
would be considered such if his name wasn't Marvin Harrison. You know what I mean? And I think even he
But
is. I think he's starting to get over his issues, which obviously are mental, because physically he's clearly
I
gifted.
don't agree. I don't agree.
You think it's physical
I don't agree that he's getting
getting
over his
over it?
issues.
Yeah, because the way he
That
broke
man
down the
has
crowd.
he had crucial drops that led to interceptions that led to no touchdowns. Like, okay, yeah, you caught six passes, bro. What about the ones that you dropped that,
Yeah, it probably cost
I
him the
think
game.
that, yeah, I think that going forward, they really need to start considering interceptions a receiver slash quarterback's problem. Like if the quarterback puts that ball on the numbers and it goes through your hands, that's an interception for the receiver. Now, if Kyler Murray overthrows somebody and they just walk into a pick, yeah, that's on the quarterback.
But
But
that's so hard to differentiate. I mean, obviously when you're looking at it, but how do you how do you really define it though? Like, how do you put a rule on it, bro? Because
right, you can
just
tell,
because
like you can
so
tell,
because check this out, just because a receiver touches his hands, what if it was a ball that was severely overthrown and the receiver barely gets his hands on it and it ends up getting picked? Should that still go against the receiver?
let me ask you this. When you were growing up and you were playing football, what did they tell you?
Obviously,
If
if
your
you get your
hands touch it, you're supposed to
But
catch it.
what if it's only the finger? You're supposed to catch it with the end of your
That's,
finger. You know what I'm saying? That's
ain't got
that's
nothing
not
to,
realistic, bro. Come on, bro. Be real.
bro. You should be able to tell, like, yo, that was definitely on the quarterback. Oh, that was definitely on the receiver. Like that shit hit his hands and it popped in the air and they go the other way. It
Yeah,
may be hard. I mean, PFF, they got all these fucking stats. Why they can't figure that shit out? Their stats
I
suck,
feel
but
you. I mean, and most of the time they do differentiate. Like when they talking about it after the fact,
yeah,
it's
they
hard to
have
make up a
turnover
new
worthy
stat.
plays, right?
Yeah,
They had turnover worthy plays, right? So, after the game, you ain't got to do it right during the game, but after the game, all right, that was on them. So,
So
but
do you think the Cardinals move on from Kyler Murray anytime soon? Is it
didn't he
not?
just sign a contract like 2 years ago?
Is it not time to start looking? Because I don't.
Yeah,
I think he's too small, bro. I think he's too small, bro.
he's very yeah. He can only throw left or right. He can't throw over the middle.
Yeah.
He can't see. He got fucking 6'8", 6'9", fucking offensive tackles, and he's what 5'8".
Nah, he taller than that. He like 5'10", bro.
That's what you
He's
say.
like
Shut
nah,
up,
he's
bro.
like nah
Yeah,
for real. He's
yeah.
like
Okay,
close.
he's 5'10".
He's like close
He's
to.
5'10". What are you?
He's let's see, bro, because he's like close to.
He's 5'10". It says 5'10".
All right, bro. I told you, 5'10". Right.
You 5'10"?
I'm not 5'10". I'm 5'9", bro.
But yeah, Sam Darnold looked like he was in Minnesota.
I don't, not quite. He was efficient. Like he did good. I
Yeah,
don't know if
he did his
he
job.
doesn't look like he has like an elite play caller right now.
No,
But
he doesn't.
he's
No,
making the best
no.
of he's making the best of what he got.
Yeah.
Um, I think James Conner's injury definitely affected the Cardinals.
Hmm.
Kyler Murray was their leading rusher with 41 yards, so it's obvious that they didn't have a running game whatsoever. Um,
But look at the long. They only had a long of 29.
yeah, but I'm
So that
saying
means what?
just
12 yards out of the
on
other
three
four
key,
carries.
yeah, other four carries, yeah.
So,
But I
but they
mean,
don't
yeah,
have a run game.
that's what I'm about to say. That just that proves that they don't have a run game.
It's,
Um,
it's just the
I
Cardinals,
don't even
bro.
want to spend too much time on this game because neither one of these
Yeah, we
teams
good.
are
We can move
like
on, bro.
neither one of these teams. I will say that Um, I think Jackson
I,
Smith and Jigba. I think he's probably a bright spot
he's a
for
dog,
Seattle.
bro.
Yeah,
He's a
he
dog.
like that.
I will say, the Seahawks being 3-1, it kind of I got to keep my focus on them because when it comes to a wild card, because right now the way we are looking and the way things are going with the Eagles, we're going to be looking for a wild card spot.
Yeah.
So got to keep my eye on them. I mean, the Falcons kind of had the edge on us because they won on Sunday. So
Yeah.
who you want to go to next? What is it?
We could
Minnesota?
go to the yeah. We could go to the was that London or Ireland? That was Ireland, right?
It was Dublin. Yep.
Dublin. Yeah.
Yeah, Ireland where the backup quarter got his ass beat. Backup quarterback,
Yeah.
got jumped.
Hey, Carson Wentz. He was looking alright though. He threw a couple picks, but threw for 350 and 2 touchdowns with it. So I mean, I always feel bad for Carson Wentz. A lot of Eagles fans. It's like a mixed bag. It's like 50-50. You either still love Carson Wentz or you absolutely hate Carson Wentz. I'm in
Can I
the
can I ask you,
yeah.
what did Carson Wentz do wrong to y'all?
I don't know. And you have to ask the people that are on the other side because I'm in the other on the team of not necessarily pro Carson Wentz, bro, but
He
I still appreciate him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
he
we
got
we
y'all to
want
the dance,
yeah, number one seed.
and somebody had to
Yeah.
take the wheel.
Yeah, and I
But
think, and that's part of the reason why nobody really respects Nick Foles as a Super Bowl winning quarterback, because obviously that was Carson
yeah,
Wentz's team, bro.
he had one game to win. That's it.
Yeah, I think the reason why people do shit on him a little bit is because it was pretty widely known that he was not a great teammate. Like he wasn't a good locker room guy. Like he pretty
Yeah,
much did what he want. He was kind of a diva. And
night
he
and day from him and
and
Hurts.
pretty much, and I think that's the difference. You know what I mean? Like if
But that's
if
not for the.
if
I
if
mean,
if Carson Wentz had the intangibles that Jalen Hurts that had, he would probably we'd have won multiple championships with him, bro.
look at this. That's not for the fans to get upset about. That's for the players to get upset about. But Carson Wentz was winning y'all games before his injury. He was a dog before his injury.
Yeah, 100%,
Um,
100%.
so I don't know where the hate
I
comes
would
from.
like to
I can't
I would
me
like him to get like a career resurgence, bro. Like I would like him to
man,
get another shot somewhere
man
because I think he
me
still has the
person
physical talent,
man.
bro. He still has
Shit, okay.
he
No,
still
he
got
doesn't.
the he got the
We signed
physical,
him for a year. The Commanders, Redskins, Washington football team
bro. But y'all was
can
ass
say,
at the
yo,
time. Y'all was ass at the time. You can't.
he was our quarterback, right?
But y'all was ass at the time, bro.
Was he
You
our
literally just
quarterback?
told me this last week that y'all was ass back then, bro.
He was
So
still our quarterback,
okay,
and he did nothing.
yeah,
I
a ass
mean, Taylor
team.
Heineke did more.
Okay, all right. Where's Tyler Heineke right now?
Um, I think he's with the Saints,
You
I
don't even
believe.
know. You don't even know. You ain't heard that man name in ages. You don't know where he
I
at.
mean, he went to the Falcons. He was doing his thing with the Falcons. I think he left us. But
Okay,
yeah, um,
sure.
that was a good Sunday morning game. Get us warmed up for
Yeah, DK Metcalf finally went off. 5 receptions, 126, long touchdown. I hope we could get AJ
that man
Brown
was
a stat line
booking.
like that, bro.
He was booking. But yeah, Aaron,
Oh,
hey,
did you see Kenny Gainwell? Kenny Gainwell coming up with a 100-yard performance, 2 touchdowns. I started him in one of my fantasy leagues. He put like
I was
30.
about to say, yeah, you said you had to pick him up because
I
you had
had to pick
nobody
him.
else.
Yeah, I ain't had nobody else. Aaron Jones hurt, James Conner hurt. I had to pick him up, and then like 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning before the game started, I see they said Jalen Warren wasn't playing. I said, oh yeah, let me put my man. They call him Hornswoggle. Let me put my man Hornswoggle in the game, bro. Um,
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, hey, he's showing the Steelers that was a great pickup.
See, the thing with Aaron Rodgers
So,
is he doesn't look great when the play gets off schedule. Like
because he
when,
can't move anymore.
yeah,
He did have a scramble for what, like
it was a few
eight,
yards, yeah,
10 yards, ten
yeah, something
yards.
like
Yeah.
that. But the thing is, when they come up with a team with a secondary that can press the corners and put
hmm
pressure on them, I got to see how he responds to that.
Yeah, and a team that can get to the quarterback because he ain't mobile. So where we going to Tennessee and Texans?
Yeah, Tennessee.
I can't believe I dropped CJ Stroud. He was playing like ass for three
I
weeks, and I
mean,
dropped him, and he went off.
I mean, don't you made a good decision, bro, because they look who they's playing.
The Titans.
Even Cam Ward said they ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You got a problem with him saying that?
I don't understand why a lot of
I
people
don't either.
do. Like, he
He's
keeping it.
honest. Like
He literally said, if you want to keep it a buck, like he keeping it 100, bro.
people
Like,
are too sensitive. That's why.
yeah, I mean,
He
and you're 0
he was
4.
real.
Do you expect him to come out and be like, yeah, I believe this is a great.
We're getting better. Yep, we're getting better every week, and you know you're not.
And he also followed that up with reasons why he feels that way. He feels like the
But
team
let's
is
be
not
real.
playing together. Like,
And he also, I can understand if he was throwing, oh, the defense got to do better. No, he threw himself under the bus, right? He literally said, yo, I gotta fucking play better. I've been playing like shit too. But god damn, the Titans are ass, bro.
yeah, I mean, and then what talent do they have, bro? I don't even know who their receivers are at this point. At
Tony
Yom
Pollard.
at Yomanor, yeah, I mean,
So
yeah, it's not a whole lot to talk about. We got two teams that was 0-3 going into the game. One team finally got their first win. It's not a whole lot to talk about
yep,
here. I ain't gonna
nope,
look too much into a blowout by the Texans because it was against the Titans. So, you know,
that's true. And like I said, any given Sunday. We already knew, I mean, Bills and Saints, we already knew what was going on there. I mean, there's really
wait,
not
did
much to
they?
talk
I
about.
told you they wasn't gonna lose by 14. Oh, nah, what was it? 16?
I think it was 16 year.
Okay.
But still, bro. We don't even have to. I mean, do you want to talk about it? They
Yeah,
are 4-0.
the
So
Bills.
the Bills are 4-0, as they should be. Saints and they ass.
Yeah, I mean,
So
again, not a whole lot to speak on. Like the Bills did what
yeah.
they were supposed to. Josh Allen, typical performance. 200
Yeah.
yards, two touchdowns, interception. Um, Another good outing from James Cook, 117 and a touchdown.
His book is so good, bro.
Yeah,
I got him in my league too.
he was one of them people that I
Spencer.
tried to get, but I
Yeah.
just got sniped on all the people that I wanted, and then the people that I had to settle for, now all of them getting hurt. So
Yeah.
the offense is looking really good. 6.2 yards per play, put up 165 rushing yards. Like, yeah, they took care of business as they should have.
Yeah. So I'm gonna send you a picture um of this shit of my team. I wish you were able to post it online.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll put it in when I edit or try to.
All right, so who we going to next?
Let's go on to Patriots Panthers. We picked the
Is it Patriots
Panthers.
Panthers?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
we definitely picked the
Oh no,
Panthers.
we didn't do Detroit. Detroit and the Browns.
Oh, I mean, that game was
Yeah. Yeah.
before, but whichever one you want to do
Brown
first.
Lions did what they did. Yeah.
I
All
mean,
right.
yeah, I think there's more to talk about in the Patriots and Panthers game, though.
Yeah.
You know,
Drake May.
Drake May look decent, bro. I mean, he only threw 17 passes, completed 14 of them. But
Hmm.
you can't be mad at that, especially when you routing them because it should be more running than anything else. Stephon Diggs actually went over 100 yards, which is surprising a little bit. You know, maybe he know he about to have another mouth to feed. He trying to secure a bag real quick. You know what I mean? I don't know. But, like I said, they took care of business. We thought that Carolina
Yeah.
was going to build on the momentum of blowing Atlanta out the week before. Obviously, that didn't
Yeah.
happen. Um,
Did Bryce Young get hurt, or did he just come in garbage time? Andy Dalton. I didn't even know Andy Dalton was still playing.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. Let me see. I didn't really watch the game, but he probably just came in at garbage time. I didn't hear anything about
Yeah.
Bryce Young getting hurt. And Andy Dalton only threw 6 passes, so that's probably the case. He did throw a touchdown,
Okay.
but good for him.
Yeah.
One bright spot of the Panthers that I would be remiss if I didn't speak on is Tedero and McMillan. I think they are building a decent receiving core. Like McMillan is like that,
Hmm.
bro. Like he's like that. He's a
He
beast.
is.
Um, but now there's less of an excuse for Bryce Young. So you know,
Yep. I mean,
less and less
Bryce Young is
as the years go
Bryce
forward.
Young is Tyler Murray as well. He can't see over the line either. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I know my cousin who comments on most of our videos. He probably not going to want to hear too much about this game. Um, it's a pretty big blowout, but I still haven't completely lost faith. Not for this year. I think they're not going to be able to do anything this year, but I still think that the Panthers have like a lot of like pieces and a lot of potential to grow moving forward. Um, I guess you could say the same about the Patriots, but I'm not reading too much into this just because the state that the Panthers are in right now. Like another one of them games where that's what should have happened. Honestly, um,
yeah, very true. Very true.
move on
So,
to Lions Browns.
bruh, please, for the love of God, just put Shadur in the game. Just let him play. I
Yeah.
don't know if he's being blackballed or
Oh, he
like
definitely
if
is. He
he
one hundred
if he
percent, 100%.
if I mean is he not reading the defense or is he not performing in practice? Because some people are not practice players. Some people are game time players. Like yo, I can't get my competitive juices going for practice, but put me in a game and
Oh
I'm gonna show
nah.
out.
In his position, he better figure out how to hit that switch whenever he needs to because
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I think even in the preseason he played good enough to at least be the second string quarterback.
I agree.
So it's
I
pretty
agree.
apparent. It's pretty apparent that he's being blackballed. Like it's not
It's
even.
so bad, bro.
It's pretty apparent. Like,
Fucking Joe Flacco, Dylan
and the
Gabriel.
crazy
Like,
part
come on,
is that
bro.
even though the Lions put up 34 points, they didn't have a crazy offensive output like they usually do. Jared Goff had
No.
168 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an
Yeah,
interception.
270 yards altogether.
Yeah, Jameer
277
Gibbs
yards.
only
Like,
had. I mean, we all know that the Browns do have a decent defense, but um,
yeah.
Jameer Gibbs 91 yards and a touchdown. Amon Ross 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both of them were like red zone touchdowns. So I mean, considering that the offense can't put up any points, I think the Browns did about as good as they can. Um, yeah, but I'm ready to see Shadur, bro. I don't want to see Joe Flacco old ass no more. I don't want to see
I
Dylan
don't.
Gabriel no more.
No.
Like, and if you're not gonna play Shadur, go ahead and trade him, bro. Like, get him out of there.
Like,
Cause,
yeah, y'all,
but
they doing him dirty.
one thing that makes me not feel as bad for Shadur is the fact that he passed on multiple teams. Like multiple other teams
Oh,
tried
the
to draft
Ravens,
the
which was a
Ravens
big
and
one.
the Eagles, bro. They said that he passed on the
Because
Eagles too.
now we'll talk about it soon, but the Ravens need a quarterback. So
which I which I think is
we'll
in
talk about it
hindsight,
soon. We'll
yeah,
talk about
nah, we
it.
will. But in hindsight, it's just I think it's foolish because I think yeah, I would think that I have a better chance of beating out Joe Flacco than uh, Lamar Jackson, but I think Lamar Jackson
It's
is
not.
way more prone to injury
It's
than
not. It's not about beating a quarterback out. It's about learning
hmm
behind that quarterback
yeah.
so you can get that time. Fucking Lamar Jackson has come so far from his rookie year where he was just a runner. Now this motherfucker is dotting people up, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
And why
think the
not
Ravens
want to?
the Ravens are pretty much known for developing quarterbacks. Like,
And yeah, and they're a great quality organization. Like you don't hear a lot of bad things coming out of the Ravens organization like you do the Browns, bro.
yeah, and I mean, and that's
So
one thing that I preach as well is that like when I'm drafting in fantasy, right? If I got two players who are pretty identical, I'm going to take the one from the better run organization. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
good teams are going to find ways to win, and winning is going to lead to. I mean, unless you play for the Eagles, winning is going to lead to good performances. You know what
facts.
I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
in most cases. So I think the Eagles just play a
yeah,
different style of ball because of the team that they built. But that's a
yeah.
completely different topic. We can move on to let's go to Jaguars 49ers.
Jackson. Yeah. Hey,
All right, you pick
what
Jacksonville. I'll
you
give you that one.
what do you feel about the whole signal stealing thing that they was talking about?
For who?
They was ready to throw hands. Motherfucking Salah said, "Yo, I'll end your fucking life."
Uh, yeah, I mean, nigga pump faking for real. But if they got,
Nah,
I mean,
Salah about that life, bro.
if he got proof that that's what's going on, I think that
Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
yeah, that's why
But
you're
they
supposed to
said they got some
change up
type
your
of
signals, bro.
advanced way. Yeah. So,
I gotta
this
look into
was
that. I gotta look into that.
this was a good game though.
Yeah,
Brock Purdy came back.
I don't,
309 yards, two interceptions.
Yeah, he threw 300 yards, bro, but I don't think he looked good, bro. I like the way Mac Jones looked better than
Mac
how he
Jones,
looked.
yeah, Mac Jones managed the game better. Um,
The only reason
83
that the
rushing
only reason
yards.
they gave
God
Brock
damn.
Brock Purdy his job back is because he signed that contract, bro. If he was still on the
Yeah, I mean,
if he was still on the rookie contract, bro, Mac Jones would still
you
be
getting
starting next week.
paid.
Yeah,
You
bro.
getting
Like,
paid. Yeah, I need my money's worth.
yeah,
Um, Rushing 83 yards. Leading receiver Christian McCaffrey.
yeah. I mean,
He's leading in
when you see the
targets. Like,
when you see the rushing stats, he only put up 49 yards, but he had 92 on 6 receptions and a touchdown. So
yeah.
I think he had a pretty good game.
But look what's going on. Look deeper into that though, because why is the running back getting 11 targets?
Because he's Christian McCaffrey, bro. Like that's why.
But is it because Brock can't,
Because
get the
a
ball
lot of
out
the
there, or
no. Well, I mean that could be part of it. Brock Purdy doesn't have the strongest arm, but if you think about it,
yeah,
a lot of those passes are extensions of the run. Those little swing passes and
you're
screens,
right, you're right.
that's pretty
Screens,
much a
yeah,
run. It's pretty much a run play, bro. So
yeah.
I wouldn't look too much into that. Everybody was hyping up Brian Robinson, bro. When he got traded, they ain't did shit.
Who?
Everybody,
Who? Because everybody told
everybody.
them, and they started complaining after week one, bro. He's doing what he did with us, bro. He's not a fucking explosive back. He's a power back. Give
Mm-hmm,
him the ball in the goal line, and he will break two tackles and get you in. But they're not using him the right way.
mm-hmm. I feel that.
So I thought Kyle Shanahan was going to get creative and use Christian McCaffrey's speed and elusiveness with Brian Robinson's power back ability and do some things. But hey, it's the first quarter of the season, so
Yeah.
um, but we told him what it was, what to expect. Don't get your hopes up because he's
So
one dimensional.
do you think Jacksonville is like in a good position to challenge the Colts for the AFC South,
Yes,
do you think
yes.
do you think it's Indianapolis is to lose?
Nope. I think Jacksonville can definitely
Is that your prediction? Do you think that they're gonna win it?
I could see Jacksonville winning it. I would take Jacksonville.
I'm sorry, I'm still not a believer in Trevor Lawrence, bro. I don't care. I don't care what he
It's
do.
not a. I understand
He
that,
still got
but
something to prove to me.
you got Travis Etienne going 124 yards, bro. He's spreading the ball around to all of his receivers, everybody. Um,
Yeah, he had. Let me see. He had one, two, three,
this
four,
is
5, 6. What are they? 4, 7, 10. He had
10,
receivers. He had
10.
eight receivers with a
Oh yeah,
reception.
8, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
pretty good,
So
bro.
he's
Yeah, I
he's
will say
spreading the
that.
ball. Um, hey,
I also don't think San Francisco is that good though. So this is another one of them games where it's like,
you don't think so?
I'm not going to draw too many conclusions either way about either team from this game. Um, I know that's hard to do in the first quarter of the season.
Oh, but guess what? Starting week 5, this is when you going to see who they are.
Mm-hmm. I
Preseason
can
over,
agree
bro.
with that. Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with that.
it's it it's October football now. Like,
I wonder when
but
when is the first time that the Jaguars actually play the Colts? They don't play the Colts till December, bro.
yeah,
So
it's
it's a
like
lot that
the
can happen between here and there.
yeah,
But I can't say that they upcoming schedule look kind of rough
it's
though.
getting tough.
They got the Chiefs, the Seahawks, the Rams, then they got the
Where's
Raiders.
it rough at?
Where's the what?
Where's it rough?
That's not rough. Playing the Chiefs ain't a rough game.
No, it's not. And we'll talk about that when we get to that game.
Okay,
No,
playing
it's
the
not.
Seahawks is not. They got to stay. They're decent, bro. They about as good as the Jaguars, bro. If not, but they got a better defense than the
Yeah,
Jaguars do.
but it's not. But it's not
Playing the
rough.
Rams not a rough game. Rough game. The Rams are
I mean, the
blowing
Rams did it to
everybody but
them
the
this
Eagles
week.
out,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. The
But then
Rams
they
did the same
also
this week.
play. They also
But
play the
you
Chargers.
got Las Vegas, Houston.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
Eric. I mean, obviously
they
nobody plays a good team every week, bro. Like
that's right. But they can easily go 7-3.
for sure,
Easily.
for sure, for
Let's
sure.
say they lose to Kansas City and fucking the Rams. They're gonna beat Seattle. They're gonna beat Las Vegas. They're gonna beat Houston. So
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
see.
we can go. We can,
We'll
yeah.
see. All right, we got Colts Rams next. You said the Colts was gonna beat the shit out the Rams.
I did.
Hey,
Oh,
I
like
ain't gonna
Daniel
hold you,
Jones
bro.
came back home.
Puka Nakua is like
He's that guy.
he might be wide receiver one
He,
right now, bro. I mean, obviously in
he's
fantasy, I think
he's
he is right now, but
he's Cooper Cup reincarnated.
nah, he better than Cooper Cup, bro. He's tougher than Cooper Cup.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
You're right. But they also spread the ball around as well. Look at fucking Devontae Adams. Wow. I thought he was like done done. But
you
still,
say
it's
you
still
thought
a
he
decent
was, or you
game.
thought he wasn't.
I thought he was.
I mean, he ain't been doing nothing crazy. He only caught 2 passes on Quinyon Mitchell last week, and
Yeah.
then he only had 4 receptions total in this game. Yeah, it's a touchdown. I guess you'll take that, but
I mean, 56 yards is nice.
yeah, I guess so, bro. I guess
I
so.
would take it.
He making a lot of
Looking at
money.
my receiving core,
He making a lot of
he
money
is
for
making a lot of
56
money.
yards though.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
but as far as the
yeah.
Rams, like another team that, like I said, if they hadn't played the Eagles, they'd be undefeated right now. I think they're poised to make a pretty deep playoff run, especially if Matthew Stafford stays healthy, which it looks like he is. He hasn't had any issues in these first 4 weeks.
Hmm.
But I think that they got a squad, bro. I really like their
They
defensive
do.
line. Some of them annoy me, their personalities, like Jared Verse, but they're pretty good though.
How can
I'll get them
how can you
the respect.
say wait, how can you say Jared Verse his personality annoys you when you got Jalen Carter?
What's see
They
Jalen
they
Carter's
literally the same,
no,
bro.
they not because Jalen Carter ain't verbal. He do wild ass shit on the field. He spits on people and shit like that. But he ain't talking shit. He not going and saying how much he hate the next team and what he gonna do when he play the next team and he ain't doing
You
all
gotta have
that.
that confidence
Yeah,
though.
confidence is one thing. So you don't think that Jalen Carter's confident? It take
I'm
a
just
lot of
saying,
confidence to
like,
spit on a motherfucker. I
you
tell you
know,
that.
trash talking is there's a technique to that. Like, if you can
It's not about
trash
the
talk and you
trash
can get in
talk. No,
somebody's
I'm not
head,
talking about the trash talk, bro. I'm talking
so
about
what are you talking about?
because that off the field talk, giving the other team bulletin board material, that's not trash talk, bro. That's just stupid. You ain't never heard too much about a Eagles player coming out in an interview or a post game conference saying something about another team about what he gonna do, this, that, and the third.
Not Eagles, but
Even in his press conference or his post game interview at his locker yesterday Sunday, Jalen Carter, you know what I mean? He has shown to be, yes, he makes boneheaded decisions. I would not excuse that. But if you listen to what he say, they asked him like how he feel about getting pressures but not getting a whole lot of sacks. He said that like, bro, listen, when we win, you see the smiles and the jokes and everybody happy in the locker room, and I take that every time. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the win
yeah,
over getting personal
but
stats every time, bro. And I don't think
but it's
I'm
not
not
just
saying that Jared Verse doesn't feel that same way, but I don't think that they even
He's
close to
not the
have the
only
same
one though.
personality, bro.
He's not the only one. He's not the only one in the NFL that does that. A lot
No,
of
and I don't
freaking
like none
defensive
of them.
players do that.
I don't like none of them. Shut the fuck up and play ball, man. You know what I mean? Talk your shit on the field. Draw
Spit your shit on the field. Yeah, spit your shit on the field, right?
draw them unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Draw those taunting penalties. Like that's good. But
I wish the fucking NFL
talk,
would grow up, bro. That shit annoys me.
bro. You saw that penalty,
Then your
bro.
boy get fucking flagged just because he walked. Like,
He stepped over
come
him. He
on,
did the
bruh.
Iverson. He hit him with the
But it,
Iverson.
but like, that shit's annoying, bruh. It takes out of the game. Like these dudes fucking all testosterone, bruh. Let them talk their shit. Let them
Not
do their
only
shit,
that, but
bruh.
they
Like,
literally give their life to the game, bro. Like
and it's too.
there's people in the league that only make one play ever, bro. It's players that
Hmm.
play their whole life to get to the NFL and
Yeah.
sit on the as a backup or sit on the practice squad, and they get in the
When they
game
get in and they
and they
make that
get
one
they that
play,
one sack, bro.
that means everything.
They gonna be talking about that
Everything.
forever, bro. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I sacked Tom Brady. It was the only sack that I ever got, but I
Every
did
guy.
that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, let
I
them people
just,
celebrate, bro.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree. All right, we on to Casey.
We could go there. Yeah, we could go there.
Is that the next one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I said coming into this game that both of them were coming in 1-3, and I didn't think that. I'm sorry, both were coming in 1-2. And I didn't think that a loss either way would necessarily like spell doom for either one of them teams, but a blowout would. Like one team getting their ass whooped would ring the alarms for one of those whatever team got their ass whooped. And
Yeah.
the Baltimore Ravens got their ass handed to them in Arrowhead. Um, a lot of people say that it was a return to form for the Chiefs, and I don't necessarily think so, bro. I just think the Baltimore Ravens is bad, bro.
Their defense fucking sucks,
I
bruh.
think I think that defense, and and it's one of those things where it has to be coaching or it has to be scheme, bro, because they have talent.
Bruh.
They have
You
talent.
know it's coaching because last year their defense was one of the top defenses, right? With McDonald. Was his name Mike
Yeah,
McDonald?
I think so. Yeah,
And he went to Seattle,
yeah,
right? And now their defense has fucking plummeted, bruh. Their defense is ass and it's affecting the offense
yeah, 100%,
in
bro.
a huge way. In a huge way. They're not playing complementary football. Um, it just looks not Raven like it doesn't look appeasing, and I can understand why Raven fans are upset.
I would be too,
But
especially because if you think about it, bro, they have one of the best, on paper, one of the best defensive secondaries in the league, bro.
yes,
They got two first round pick. They got Kyle Hamilton and
and Marlon Humphrey,
Marlon Humphrey. They got Jair Alexander, and who's the guy that they just picked up, in this last draft? I'm trying to remember because I wanted them too. But you know who I'm talking about, the safety that they got in the first round this year. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, I I just don't understand what's going on, bro. And you get 37 dropped on your head. And this is one of the
yeah,
things that, you know, brings me back down to earth when I want to jump off the ledge about the Eagles, because we walked into Arrowhead and we came out with a win. You know, you could say it was lucky plays or this, that, and the third. We walked into Arrowhead and we came out with a dub. We didn't beat them twice in this calendar year. And to watch another would be supposedly contender go in there and get
hmm
their bell rung,
yeah,
it make me say, all right, look, I gotta appreciate the wins when we get them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
because Lamar Jackson had a Jalen Hurts stat line damn near. Like, he turned the ball over, but he had 147 yards and one touchdown, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of
And he hurt his
performance
hamstring.
that's the kind of performance that you can only justify if you come out with a win. You can't play like
Yeah.
that and lose and have any justification for it, bro. Like, you played like ass, bro. And what happened?
hmm
What even happened to Derrick Henry? He only got 8 carries for 42 yards, bro. Did he get hurt too?
I was ta I was talking to Ilias. about this. Derrick Henry is in his head, bro. He said, yeah, Derrick Henry is one player he can see bounce back from, his fumbling issues. Derrick Henry is in his head, bro. And I never seen Derrick Henry play like this, bro. Never seen him play like this. He looks like, a regular running back.
A regular big ass running back.
Like, yeah, that's all. That's what he looks like, Brian Robinson. Let's be real.
Yeah. So how do you
But
feel? Like, is has there been any news about like the prognosis for Lamar Jackson? Is he gonna be out for a while? Is it like a severe hamstring injury?
they didn't say. But when he first came out, everybody was saying, "Oh, he faking," just because
It
they're getting
looked
their
it
ass
looked
kicked.
fake, bro. It looked fake because if you looked how he had his hamstring tied up, it was like tied around his knee. It wasn't even on his
Bro, did he even
hamstring,
have
bro.
ice on that joint? Was that ice?
Bro, it just looked like
I
a
don't even think it
towel,
was
bro.
ice.
It just looked like
It
a
looked like a
towel
towel,
wrap.
like an ace bandage.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah. See,
Yeah. Well, we'll be able to
I'm gonna give
you'll
him
be
the
able to get
benefit of the
more
doubt.
today, tomorrow.
I don't think that he's like a quitter like that. I don't know, but all I'm gonna
He's not a
say is,
quitter like that, but
I couldn't see that being the case.
they
But
players do reach their points,
yeah, where they just
like
pissed
their
off.
breaking points.
Yeah,
They just fucking like whether it's the play calling or
I mean, shit. Look at our receivers, bro. They pissed off. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them
you know
fake pulled a
fucking
hamstring.
Devontae Smith too. Like y'all gotta get y'all shit together. But is this a defining win for Kansas City? No.
I don't think so.
Does
It
this show? Oh yeah, we back? No,
No,
it doesn't.
it was definitely they. I mean, I'm gonna say that they got right. It's definitely something
They
for
did
them.
their job,
Yeah, it's something for them to build off of. But I'm not going to read
but
too
you
much
need
into it
consistency.
because, strength of schedule. Once you play more and more games, is something that I look further into. Beating a 1-2
Yep.
team, I don't care who it is, or now a 1-3 team, a victory against them down the season, they could end up winning 5 games, bro. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
how good is
you're right.
this win going to look down the road if the Ravens continue to play the way that they plan? You know what I mean? So I'm not going to look too much into it, but I mean, good for Kansas City, I guess.
Yeah, for him, yeah. Where we at? Bears, Vegas.
Oh yeah, we skipped that one. Um, yeah, I didn't pay too much attention to this game. I think we both picked the Bears. Didn't we pick the Bears?
Yes, because
Yeah,
the Raiders are ass.
yeah. The Raiders
Yeah,
are ass. Well, shit, they barely
I
got
will
out of there. They barely got out of that
barely.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Um, but this is another game where yeah, it doesn't define who the Bears are. The Bears are going to be trash. Um, as much hope I have for Caleb Williams, I don't. I think he's a bust. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see
I
any type
mean,
of
I think he
intangibles
performed a
that
lot better than Geno Smith though, bro. This nigga threw 3 interceptions on 117 yards, bro. Like,
But the same thing we talked about last week. The Vegas, like the Raiders, have no offensive line. They have no line, bro.
but 3 interceptions,
None.
bro. I
He's
mean,
just getting pressured. I guarantee
bro,
it.
a lot of people getting pressure, bro. Like the Bears ain't got no spectacular offensive line either, bro.
I mean, you know what's funny when Geno Smith throws 3 interceptions. My Commanders couldn't get one fucking interception off of him. We finally got our first turnover
Yeah.
last week.
And then the thing about
Uh,
Geno too, bro, is that he'll throw 3 interceptions this week and then throw 3 touchdowns next week. Like I still don't know how ass he is. Like I don't know. I know he's ass, but how ass
yeah,
is he? Like is he a
it's
little
true.
ass or is he a big old bubble ass? You know what I'm saying? Like he
Bill
a BBL.
BBL.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I've yet to see. Good to see
Yeah,
Ashton Dempsey finally, you know,
he went off.
yeah, finally
Yep.
do something. Good for him because they was calling him a bust
Yeah.
too. So I mean, like I said, good for him. The Bears finally barely got out of there. Another another
Nail
team
biter.
getting a victory against a
Me too.
one win team. So not
But I
too
mean,
much
they
to.
were a one-win team as well. So
True,
somebody had to win.
true. That's very
Somebody
true.
had to win.
You can
But
only play who in front of you. So I mean, good
yeah,
for them
that's
for
right.
winning. I'm pretty sure they won on like a block kick, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I mean, good for them.
Because they were about to lose.
Yeah, yeah, good for them. I think they got
Uh, How much does special teams like play a factor now
no, they
this
play
year?
y'all
Just
next,
this
bro.
year
I thought you said
alone.
y'all had the Chargers next.
We do. We got the Chargers
Oh
next.
yeah,
They
they
got a
got a bye
bye.
week. They got a bye week and then they
Yeah.
play y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But how like defense, special teams, they are playing a huge factor this season.
Yeah, from the kickoff,
Huge.
not only like block punts and block field goals, but the
But
kickoffs.
kickoffs
The
as
kickoffs
well.
have yeah, the
Yeah.
kickoffs have been
I I I feel like the Commanders are probably number one in special teams right now. I want to say. I had to do my research, but I think they're ranked number one
you mean as far as returns or as far as like
as returns, as
yeah,
far as returns.
yeah.
Even punts and kickoffs, like we we put in the wood to people, no homo. So
Does
um
any other team have two blocks return for touchdowns? I think the Eagles might be the only team with that stat.
no. 4 touchdowns? Y'all
I
had
said
two for
two.
a
No,
touchdown?
yeah,
Oh,
we
oh,
had
oh,
one in the Rams and then we had one last week. We had our first play of the game was a block punt. I mean, yeah, block
oh,
punt
block
for
punt.
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah.
yeah.
Um
Sometimes it's really hard to
another
talk about these other teams. Like I feel like we're so knowledgeable about our teams and our division.
yeah,
Once you
our
start talking about these
division,
West
yeah.
Coast teams and AFC teams, it's like yeah, we can go over it, but
Yeah.
we have no horse in those races. Honestly, like
I don't even
yeah,
pay attention to it. But
barely, unless I got a fantasy player or something on the team.
I do pay attention to the injuries.
Yeah, for sure.
And if we move into the Jets and the Dolphins,
God damn.
Tyreek, it's been real, my guy.
Yeah, I think that might be it for your boy.
Enjoy your retirement, bruh.
It's no way. I mean, because he's probably going to be out through next year, right? Like the way that shit looked, he had a dislocation and multiple ligaments torn, so he's going to be out
It's towards
for a
ACL, yeah.
long time, bro.
Yeah. But hey, I appreciate what he brought to the game, for real.
Yeah,
I
no
appreciate what he
bullshit.
did in Kansas City and what he did the first year with Miami when he said that Tua was the most accurate passer that has ever thrown him the ball.
One thing I
Hey,
will
good for
say
you.
though, yeah, I on the field, I definitely appreciate what he has brought to the game. But one thing I can say, it's kind of hard for me. Like with a lot of situations, I separate the art from the artist. There
Yeah,
are there's R. Kelly songs that I mean that we grew up on, right? Like we know what he
that's right.
did, but we still it's not like we're gonna be like, oh no, we can't listen to that. You know what I'm saying? We not them type of people. You
Yeah.
feel me? Same with Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown is one of the most influential artists of our era, right? Regardless of the shit that he done, not even including the Rihanna shit, but even after that, all the shit that he didn't got into. Um, but with his bro, like beating on his wife and kids, bro, like
Yeah.
it's hard, bro. Like it's hard for me not to look at that and say there might be a bit of karma being served there. You know what I mean with that one. I've seen a lot of memes and stuff of people making fun of it, in which I'm not really going to partake in. But I've seen it. Some of it was funny.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Some of it funny.
Yeah.
Not some of it not so much. Um,
I don't laugh at injuries. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, no, I don't laugh at it. But the memes that I've been seeing though is
Yeah, you gotta
like
just send that
they had
shit.
a dude that was in a wheelchair like flying down the highway, right? And it said Tyreek Hill on his way home to beat his wife and kids. Like
Oh, I'm
that's
down.
not funny, bro.
That's not funny,
That's not
bro.
funny, but it's also like I feel like there's almost some truth to it, damn near, bro. Like
Nah, hey, you know who he about to be? You remember the Tyler Perry joint where
yeah, she pushed his ass into the tub.
pushed his ass in the tub? Yeah,
Hey,
that's about
shit.
to be him. That's
At
somebody
least they
that
gonna
made
be
that
able
shit.
to. At least they gonna be able to run from his ass because they definitely couldn't run away
Oh
from
my
him before. He
God.
was talking shit down, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Um,
yeah. No,
but this
I hope he
game,
recovers though.
he won't. You can hope all you want,
No,
but he
I mean
won't.
he'll
That's his
probably
super
recover. No, yeah, he'll probably
his that's his
recover.
superpower.
But one thing I can say though, this year and most of last year, those big plays, he ain't been making those big plays in years for
That's
real,
true.
bro.
That's true.
So
That's true.
if he
But
can become a possession receiver, which he's already started to do, like most of his
Christian,
catches have been possession catches, bro.
stop, bro. Stop. Did you see his knee, bro? Every time that man walk,
Bro,
you gonna hear a pop.
okay, and you see how many other people had twisted their knee up like that and
Not
came
like
back.
that shit, bro.
Bro, Nick Chubb literally did that shit last year or the year before, I guess, the end
Christian,
of
this
the year before.
man, this man
Yeah,
look
bro.
like a dummy
No,
knee, bro.
he
Like
did.
in
I'm
the
saying, bro,
movies.
but I'm saying, bro, like motherfuckers come back from gruesome injury. You think like he's literally never gonna play a game? I'm not saying he's gonna come back and be good, but he gonna come back and try to get some money, bro. Like he got a contract to fulfill
Of
or
course,
try
he got to pay all
to.
them goddamn kids. He got like 10
Yeah,
kids.
bro. So
He
that's
got
what
to
I'm
find some
saying.
type of
He'll
money.
recover to some extent. He'll never be Tyreek Hill though. I think he
Let's
already
never be.
wasn't
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill no more.
Hey,
Like he already
if he
haven't been
not
producing
Cheetah,
that way.
If he's not a cheater, what you calling
I don't know. House cat. It was
Siamese, all right.
something like that, bro. But yeah, I mean,
Hey,
other than that though, the Jets and the Dolphins are both ass. Two cheeks to the same
hey, but
ass.
what did I tell you? I said Justin Fields is coming back, and I feel like Justin Fields had a good game
Decent game, but
as an individual stat. 226 yards.
yeah, plus 81 rushing yards.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, he
he
had a good
is, but I
game.
still don't think that he's like.
They don't have any weapons. Let's be real. They got Garrett Wilson and Brees Hall. Braylon Allen, I feel
That's
like,
more than what a lot of people got, bro. That's
but listen,
enough, bro.
Braylon Allen really fucked the game up when
He fumbled at the
they were
goal line.
walking on. They
Yeah,
were walking when he fucking fumbled, bro. He messed up the whole momentum is so real in
yeah,
every
for
sport you
sure,
play.
for sure.
Um, he messed it all up. They were doing whatever they wanted to the Dolphins, and they were just walking down the field, and then he fucked it up, and then I guess he got hurt as well.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
um,
I agree, but one thing about the Jets that I noticed about both their offense and their defense, like they get penalized so much, bro. They had 13 flags, bro. 13
Brad, fuck.
penalties accepted for
Can we
101 yards, bro.
can we talk about the fucking refing, the officiating this year? This fucking ass,
Yeah,
bruh.
it's been super
It's fucking
inconsistent.
ass,
It's
bruh.
super inconsistent
Like
too.
really inconsistent. They pick and choose. Like they got fucking money on the game. Even for like, I don't want ever want to blame the refs because we should never like put the game in the refs' hand. But I feel like we are probably one of the most penalized teams in the NFL. As I'm talking about the Commanders, and I don't know what it is. Let's see. So the New York Giants lead. God
I
damn.
know we in the bottom five, or we were coming into the week.
Let's see. I got it right here. Holy shit. God damn. Jacksonville. Hmm. You guys are in the bottom. Well, yeah, in the middle.
I think we did a
So
little bit better yesterday. I know we had like two or three like pretty big ones. I know we had one pass interference, and then we had two unsportsmanlikes. So it wasn't too bad for us. But I know going into
so
that game, we were terrible.
you have 28 flags fought on y'all this season. Jacksonville has 38. So the most is 38. The least amount is Pittsburgh at 19. But the officiating, they got to do better, bro. I don't know like what it is, but every year it seems to be getting worse and worse. And
Yeah,
sometimes it makes the game unwatchable.
nah, I feel that it will piss you off, bro. I think
Even
it's
if it's
mostly
yeah.
I think it's there's a lot of bad calls, but to me it's the inconsistency. Like in the
You
same
can't.
game, there will be like a pass interference that's like looks like it's barely pass interference, and you'll be like, all
hmm
right, cool. But when my team get the ball, y'all about to call it the same way, and they don't, bro.
Yeah, and
Your
they
wide
don't,
receiver
and they don't.
will get mauled, bro, and they don't
It,
call it.
here's one thing: like if you see an offensive lineman's helmet come off, that's hands to the face. It
Yeah,
don't matter what's going on.
yeah,
That's
it
hands
gotta
to the
be,
face.
yeah.
And if you see it on the ground, why are you not calling it?
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't make sense, bro. They gotta do better. They gotta do better. All right, where we moving to? The Broncos
But
and
nah,
Bengals.
but before I just want to finish
Oh
off
yeah,
this game before we move
yeah,
on. The Dolphins are ass. I think the Dolphins are more ass than the Jets, even though they found a way to pull this game out.
yeah. Somebody
I
got to
don't
win.
think they got nothing coming, bro. Especially with Tyreek Hill being gone.
Oh yeah,
I think Tua about to get exposed again. You know what I mean?
better get the ball to Darren Waller.
Darren Waller, and they better figure out how to get A Chain going because yeah, I don't know, man. They look bad, bro. Like just they don't have poise as an offense. Like they don't have. It looks like Tua doesn't have any command of the offense, bro. Like once he gets
Yeah.
off schedule and he gotta run, he just don't look good, bro. Like, but anyways,
Yeah,
yeah, we can move
I
on
see
to the
that.
next one. What we going to Broncos Bengals?
Broncos Bengals last game.
Yep. I
Just like
mean,
I said, I told you the Bengals was gonna get that belt ass, bro.
yeah. I mean,
Bo Nix. Bo Nix.
Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix. I also think he's overrated. Um, I don't like his footwork in the pocket, bro. They call him Happy Feet.
Look sloppy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Like, and I think that with enough pressure, now the Bengals. Let's be clear here. The Bengals have zero defense for real. They got
For the
Hendrickson.
last couple
They
years,
got they
bro.
got Hendrickson, and that's about it. You feel me? They have
That's it.
nothing. They have nothing on defense. If they go up and put 500 yards on the Eagles. I'll be. I'll take my hat off to them. I don't see it happening though, bro. Um, they like literally dominated them in every category. 29 first
Yep.
downs, 8 for 14 on third down. Time of possession was 37 to 22 minutes. Like it was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was an ass whipping. Now again, the Bengals, we already know that they don't have a defense. They don't have a quarterback. It's
Nope.
no reason. Like when you coming in and you a backup quarterback and you know you limited in ability, you supposed to be getting the ball to your playmakers. And T Higgins and Jamar Chase combined for 8 receptions for 55 yards. It's not gonna work, bro. You gotta get the ball to them. Like that's the only chance that y'all have. That's the only chance that Joe Burrow had. The only chance that Joe Burrow had was getting the ball to them. So you got to come in,
Yep.
and I know everybody knows that you're not going to be Joe Burrow, but you got to find a way to get the players that can win you games. You got to find ways to get them the ball. And I
Are
don't
you
know
putting
if
this on Jake Browning? Or are you putting this on play calling?
I'm putting it on. I mean, I feel like they're probably doing the best that they can with what they have. Like Jake Browning, I don't think that they're calling plays a whole lot differently than they would if Joe Burrow was in the game, but the execution is going to be far different, bro. Like the talent gap
They
between
ran.
Jake
I mean,
Browning, the talent gap between Jake Browning and Joe Burrow is like miles, bro. Like
but
it's not
Christian,
even
they ran the
close.
ball 15 times, bro.
I mean, but they was down, bro. They was down the whole game. You're not gonna run the ball a lot when you down. Like you got to pass to
But
get
they,
back
I
in.
mean, but you
And
still like
listen,
they weren't down by a lot.
let me tell you
They
something,
were.
bro.
It was 3-7 in the first quarter.
Let me tell you something.
Then it was
Uh,
21.
if I can find this video, I'm a put it in here when I do the edit. But there was a play when the Bengals, the Broncos only rushed three, bruh. You know what the Bengals did? They had six blockers against three rushers. They used the four in the middle. Damn, I didn't hit the mic. They used the four in the middle to block the nose tackle, bro, and left the two edges 1-on-1, and they still got to the quarterback, bro. Like if you can't block three people with six,
How,
then
well,
that
let me ask you this, because I didn't pay attention. How long did he have?
like 3 seconds, bro. Like they literally came around and met at the quarterback, bro. It was horrible, bro. I'm gonna try to
Damn.
find it and I'm gonna put it in here so you can see it. But
Well, the Bengals haven't had an offensive line in Burrow's time, the whole
I
time he's
mean,
been
and
there.
that's on them.
It's
That's
because they
that's
they
there's
paying weapons.
that's their team building philosophy, bro. Like that
Yeah,
could that could be the Eagles, bro. Just imagine if we had took uh another first round receiver instead of taking Lane Johnson when we took him
yeah.
fourth overall, or any of the other picks that we made. Like if we didn't build the way that we built, well, that could be us, that could be anybody, bro. But that was the decision that they made, so they got to live with it. And when you put
Yeah.
in a quarter or a third of your cap into two three players on offense, well, I don't know what you expect to happen, bro. Because
Everything
you
gonna be
building, yeah,
ass.
you building
Defense,
everything, bro. Everything, bro.
line.
If
Yeah.
any one of those players go out, your team is severely handicapped, and that's what happened. Your quarterback, as good as Joe Burrow is, it's about time to start having that conversation, bro. The is he injury prone conversation, as well as is he even elite, bro? Because he's still been living off of that one win against
One
Kansas
Super
City.
Bowl.
Yeah, that
It's
one,
been
yeah,
the
that
one
one
Super
win
Bowl. Yeah.
against Kansas City and that one Super Bowl appearance, bro. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Like, I'm not trying to hear it no more. Especially if the Eagles fuck around and go on another run, bro. You ain't gonna be able to tell me
Yeah.
nothing, bro. And you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing about Lamar Jackson. As I fuck with Lamar Jackson heavy. He my second favorite quarterback, probably. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing, bro. Like I'm not trying to keep hearing all this shit that people talking, bro. But yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. But the Bengals are cooked. I don't care. Like
Yeah,
they don't have the cap space or the trade
the
capital.
fantasy's
So
gone,
go
bro.
and get. They saying, oh, they should just go get another quarterback. From where, bro? Where are you going to go get a starting level quarterback 5 games into the season? You already limited in cap space. You
Like we
limited in
spoke
trade
about it
capital.
before, bro. Before we started the stream, we said, they need to go get, either Russell Wilson, which ain't good, but I would go get Jameis Winston.
They could do probably James.
Like
Bruh,
they have
honestly,
to.
motherfucking Cam Newton still think he know everything about playing quarterback. So they should call him, tell him come up off the podcast couch and tell him to suit up for the Bengals. I think that's their best chance right there. You know what I'm saying? They might as well go get Cam. I'm being funny, but I'm almost not. You feel me? Like I'm kind of serious at this point, bro. But they're cooked, bro. Either way, I don't care who they get. They cook because they ain't got no
I
defense,
agree.
bro. They ain't got no defense.
I
Like for
agree.
instance, if Jalen Hurts go down right now, and we gotta play with a backup quarterback, I honestly don't think that the outcome is gonna look much different. We might even pass
Well, Tanner
more.
McKee is a
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, we'll probably
Remember,
pass
Tanner
even
McKee's a
more.
dog,
Yeah,
bro.
so maybe
Yeah.
that wasn't a good example, bro. But
Yeah.
any team that got a good defense, you know what I'm saying? Like I think other teams are better equipped for a little more injury resistant. You know what I mean? Like not as far as avoiding the injuries themselves, but the
Yeah. I
ability
mean,
to get around that. You
it's
know what I
all
mean?
about depth, bro. It's all about depth. You don't build your team around three people and then,
Yeah. I
you
mean, and
got
that
fucking
and
Uber
depth,
drivers.
and depth is kind of why I'm worried right now because we losing defensive ends left and right. So
I mean,
I'm
everybody's getting hit with the injury bug. But let me ask you this. Would you rather get hit with the injury bug right now or, week 9 or 10 or 11?
I mean,
You know
early
what I'm
as
saying?
possible is probably the key.
Yeah.
If it's not season ending, if it's season ending, it really don't matter when it
It
happens
don't
because
matter.
they
It
not
don't
gonna be
matter.
yeah they're
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah,
be there for the season. But if you just missing
yeah.
4 or 5 games, obviously I'd rather it happen now. But I don't want nobody getting hurt, bro.
Yeah,
Like it's
I
tough to
agree.
see, bro. Like especially when you an
It's
invested
so many
fan, bro.
injuries, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Like
God worried.
on
That's why I
any
said
team,
I'm
like this.
worried. I'm worried to go play at MetLife, bro. I think we should let them have a game for real, for real. Suit up all the backups, suit up all the backups, and let them go play,
Put your
bro.
Honda Dawson in,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, bro. But I mean, even that, bro, we kind of need him at this point. Like, but it is what it is. We about 90
Yeah,
minutes into this episode. We didn't cover all the games.
yeah.
We'll do a week 5 preview of the slate of games next week. Um,
Probably do that tomorrow.
we could probably do it tomorrow. Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little research and hopefully I'll finish
I
editing
can't believe
this.
bye week's up right now. You see that picture I sent you? Look at my team.
Oh my god, bro, they're literally all questionable, bro, and out. Oh
And out.
man,
Yeah, put that joint in there.
I'm gonna put that joint in there, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
football's back, bro. The injury bug is hitting every single team out here.
yeah.
Like there's not a team
Unfortunately,
going by that's not being injured. So,
unfortunately,
you
it
know.
is what it is. But I mean, everybody knows football is a war of attrition, and
Yep.
that's one of the things that I hold on to because if we can stack wins and stay healthy, I mean that gives you a very good chance going into the playoffs. And at 4-0, our chances of making the playoffs are pretty high. So even
Yeah.
now, we already
Yeah.
looking for how we can secure the 1 seed because we already the 1 seed. So we just gotta figure out how to hold on to it and stay healthy. If we can do that, however we win really doesn't matter. So
I would
we'll see how that
I
goes.
agree with you. I would say first quarter of the season, with my team, with all the injuries we have, and we're coming out 2-2. I would like to be 3-1, but as of right now, I will take 2-2, and we can start getting some of our players back, and changing up some things. But I like where we are. I want to remind everybody who is a Commanders fan, and you guys are seeing fire Joe Witt. all these, narratives. Keep in mind that we are ahead of plan. This is still year two of a recalibration, rebuild, however y'all want to put it. It's still a rebuild. They're still trying to get all the players that they need to, run the operation smoothly. We weren't supposed to be where we were last year. Let's be real about that. And now everybody has expectations, which is rightfully so, that, we should be, blowing teams out. We should be doing this, doing that. Patience, everybody. It's a marathon. So keep that in mind when y'all looking at, the way the games are playing out. Eagles have been building this thing for what? Which I've been building this for like 10 years now,
Pretty much. Like
realistically speaking.
I mean, Lane Johnson been around since what's like
No, I'm just saying, like your
2014.
team, though, in general. Yeah, your
Yeah,
team in general. Like you guys have been building this for a while, and we just started. So, you know, hey, bear with us, bruh. We
yeah.
we we we
Nah,
gonna get it
trust me.
together.
I said the same thing to people who were saying, "Oh yeah, let Terry McLaurin walk." All them people that said that,
You can't,
I'm
yeah,
like, bro.
you
As an
can't do
Eagles
that.
fan, I went a full decade without a good receiver, bro. They not easy to come by. It might look like it when
No,
you see teams with two or three
yeah,
of them, but it ain't easy to come by, bro. Like Terry is a dog, bro, and especially when you developing a young quarterback, you want to put as many weapons around him as humanly possible to make his job
yeah,
easier. And just imagine y'all seeing what it's looking like right now, now that he out. Imagine if y'all had to go the whole season without him. Like, trust me. But nah, you right, bro. I think that like I said, I think the Commanders are still in a good spot. Once they get healthy, they're
yeah.
gonna be a much better team. I think all of these teams are going to be better. No team is going to stay the same from week 1 to week 17. It's
Cap,
a long season.
stop the cap.
What you mean?
Stop the cap.
What you
The
mean?
Titans are not going to be good. The Texans
No,
are not going to be
listen,
good. The Jets are not
listen.
going to be good. The
A
Dolphins are
rising
not going to be
listen.
good.
A rising tide lifts all ships. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, they might not get
No,
better
they
to the
don't.
listen. They might not get better to the point where they're better than the next worst team, but I guarantee you that the week 17 Titans will whoop the ass of the week 1 Titans, and that goes the same for every team. Teams are always better
No,
at the end of the
I
year.
disagree, bruh.
So you think
A
teams
sunken
get worse
ship
over the
goes to the
year?
bottom.
What?
Some of them do, yes. What the fuck?
I mean,
Yes, they
they
do.
already at the bottom, bro. But I don't think you understanding what I'm saying, bro. So it's all
But they're
good,
not. Look, it doesn't like you're saying that, oh, they will get better, throughout the year. Not all teams get better throughout the year. Look at the fucking Browns, bruh.
bro. Okay. What
Last
about them?
year, ass. They're not going to get better, bruh. They're not.
Okay.
It,
Okay. Okay. You have your
hey,
point.
but hey,
You have
I
your point.
love your positive outlook
Nah,
on this situation
listen,
of
like I
shitty
said, they
teams.
still might only win one game all year, but I guarantee you that, like I said, the team that they put out there in week 7, I mean in week 17, will whoop the ass of the team that they put out there in week 1, and I think that goes for every single team. If a team literally like if like the even the individual players, if you play 17 games without getting even a smidge better, there's something wrong there, bro. Like you
But there's
tell
a lot of teams that there's something wrong there, though. There's a
okay,
lot of teams like that. That there's something wrong there.
I feel you.
The coaching matters, bruh. The coaching matters.
100%, 100%, 100%.
I can't wait for somebody to punch your coach in the goddamn mouth, bruh. He need to stop mouthing off to these players, bruh, and just play his role.
So they can mouth
I'm gonna leave it at that, bruh.
they can mouth off to him. They could get up and
Bruh, Baker
flip the
Mayfield didn't
ball
say
at
shit
him.
to him, bruh.
You don't know
He didn't
that.
say
You don't
shit
know
to him,
that.
bruh.
Were you
We
there?
watched
Were
the
you
whole
there?
clip.
Were you there, bro? Were you there,
He
bro?
wasn't even looking at the man,
Man,
and
fuck
he
all
calling
that.
his name
Fuck all
like a
that.
fanboy, bruh.
Man, fuck all
Y'all
that.
finally got one win over the Bucks, and now Sirianni want to, run his mouth.
Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Tell him do something about it.
You already know I don't like your coach, so it
Tell him
is what
come
it
die
is.
about it. Tell him come die about it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. I ain't trying to hear that. But yeah,
But yeah,
we'll holler at y'all in a day or two when we look forward to week 5.
yeah.
Hope y'all enjoyed the week 4 slate of games as well as this this episode of the podcast, and we
Appreciate
will
y'all tuning in.
holler at y'all
Like
soon.
always, y'all. Like, subscribe, comment down below. We appreciate all,
Yes sir, yes
y'all
sir.
watching and the subscribers. So we're still trying to work this thing out. So
Yep. Go Birds.